Hey ladies, so here is the 1099s that I told you I would do. So how you would do that is most of the time your 1099s are from your expenses or from your vendors. So hopefully you've been keeping track of who you've been paying. And it's just a matter of clicking on, for example, this like bookkeeper here. Um, so you see you have a bookkeeper and you need to go here to edit. Okay, so it won't let me actually click on edit, but once you click on edit, it'll look like this, and then there will be a box down here, and you'll check it to say that you need to keep track of it for a 1099. So once you have checked that, then you can go through the transactions here and make sure that everything is recorded. Now, once you've made sure everything's recorded, look at this bottom number here. And this is not multiple years, but if it has multiple years, you can actually do a filter. And instead of saying all transactions, you're going to want to say, oh, sorry, instead of all dates, you want all transactions, but all dates, you're going to want to say this year. So you'll filter it for just this year, all transactions that you've paid them. And look at this number down here. If it is $600 or more, then you need to start looking at how you paid them. So if it's $600 and more, and you paid them by Venmo, some kind of other cash app, you paid them cash, you paid them check, you didn't pay them by PayPal or credit card, then most likely you need to send them a 1099. Now, if you paid them by PayPal or credit card, PayPal and credit card will send them a report that will show how much they made in PayPal or in credit card fees. So you won't need to send them a 1099 for that. But if you paid them, Venmo, cash, check, those are the three most common, but other ways too, most likely you're going to need to send them a 1099 if you paid them over $600. If you have questions about that, let me know. You can go to irs.gov and you can search for a 1099 form, and these instructions here should tell you how to, submit it and everything. And this is the form that you would need to fill out for your person. Now, an important thing, you're going to need to have their address. If they have a business, what is their EIN? If they don't have it in a business and it's just their social, what is their social? You're going to need to know their name. And then you're going to need to know this. Most of the time, it's either going to be, most of the time it's going to be this number 7, non-employee compensation. That's your subcontractors. Now, if it was for rent, and I've had clients actually do this, pay like subcontract their rent out to, one of their coworkers. And so they use the rent half the time in the office and then the other coworker uses half the time. If you sub rent your rent out and you paid them more than $600 in that year by check, by Venmo, by PayPal, any of those, you need to send them a 1099 and it needs to be report how much you paid them in rent. Now, they, on the other hand, will say, okay, they paid me $300, but really rent was $600 for me. So their portion's $300, your portion's $300. They will report $600 as an expense, and then they will report $300 as rent income or reimbursement from you. So that's how that would work. Make sure that if you have that situation that you do send them a 1099. And if you don't have this information, like I was mentioning below about just a minute ago, let me go back up here to irs.gov, and what you're going to need to do is you need to search for a W-9, and you will need to have them fill out this form. Okay, if you have not had your subcontractors fill out this form, I suggest doing it immediately, as soon as possible. Get them to fill out this form. It is a form that they can fill in, and they just need to print it off and sign it. It is very easy for them to fill it out. But make sure that they have filled this out for you. If you don't get a W-9 from them, and you should have received a W-9 from them, you do not have this information, you cannot send them a 1099. Okay, and you cannot report that expense. So it's super important that you get a W-9. And I always suggest to my clients, when I see a check that's transferred or, money that's taken out, and I ask them, okay, what's going on here? Immediately I tell them, get a W-9, even if it's $300 and they don't think they're going to have another $300 fee, or they don't think it's going to go over $600, always get a W-9, okay? It's super, super, super important. Because I've actually had clients not get a W-9 and not be able to expense that income and had to eat it because they weren't, they didn't have a W-9, they didn't have the information, they could not send a 1099 to their contractors, and so they ended up having to basically eat that expense. So don't do that. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if you have questions. Again, it's Melanie Queen, and it's Queen Mothers in Business. Have a wonderful day.